Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm again talking about my Disney movie marathon where I'll be going into the movies, TV shows, I don't know, whatever the case may be. So, if it's related to Disney in any shape or form, I'll be talking about this again. I guess it's going to be talking about theme parks, which I haven't done in a good minute. Talking about the theme parks and whatnot. And we're just talking about somebody talking about it, to be more precise, I guess. And of course, it's this again, time to breathe. To be more exact, is in reference to one of the alligator attacks that happened at one of the theme parks. Which, yes, of course, is unfortunate. Yes, of course, the victim is, of course, let's just say would be injured or maybe die or what have you, whatever the case may be. Of course, that would be an unfortunate event where these people, the parents, would be grieving, of course, would be worried about certain things, obviously, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel sad about this kind of a thing. But what I do have an issue with is that maybe people are trying to twist it around, like Disney's the company. I mean, is being incompetent or something. Even though things do happen, yes, that's easy for me to say, considering the fact that it didn't happen to me or someone I would know. Sure, but you can't just twist things around and make it as if that you have your own agenda. So here we are again. So just talking about Disney somehow being the bad person, of course, and whatnot. And it happens, somebody in reference to somebody's birthday, of course. I just want to talk about this kind of a thing because this individual, like I said in one of my previous videos, would talk about the politics about certain things or what have you. Because that's basically what I want to get into, of course. It's another short podcast, so I'm going to keep this video fairly short as well. Again, with that being said, let's get into it, of course.
Friends, family, and neighbors gathered Saturday to celebrate what would have been the third birthday of Lane Graves, the boy killed by an alligator at a Walt Disney World resort in June.
There's Six Flags, of course, or even any other theme parks you can think of. Yeah, when an accident happened in one of those, it's not mentioned really, but if some kind of accident happens in the Disney theme parks, at least one of the theme parks that they have, suddenly they're a bunch of bastards. Okay. Oh yes, there's definitely a lot of theme parks out in the world, and there's quite a few that you never heard of. And there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to have competition in the free market. That's fine. I'm all for it. And yes, of course, Walt Disney theme parks are going to be the most popular, of course. And who are you to tell people where they can go and spend the money? If they want to go to Disney's theme parks, they can. They have that right. At least they should, anyway. And if I want to spend some of my money on, let's say, the DVDs, go on Amazon or what have you, I can do that if I feel like it because again, it's the free market, isn't it? I can do that if I feel like it, if I wanted to. It's capitalism, of course. And yes, obviously, I can just look around to see somebody for the best prices. Maybe see these double packs, which I was going to be probably be doing anyway from time to time because I often do that. Or even get these multi packs from whether Disney or some obscured movies that no one has heard of, which I've done before. So that's actually more cheaper when you think about it, of course, but okay, whatever. Regardless if it's used or brand spanking new. I'm just throwing that out there.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't like to speak, but my baby, I owe it to him to honor him, Melissa Graves, Lane's mother, told the crowd at Elkhorn South High School football.
Of course, you're going to include what the mother says or the parents or what have you, because I mean, yes, it's a tragic story. I will agree on that. But again, it's the intent behind this. You're just trying to use this in a malicious way to make it seem like the theme park is so mean, it's so evil. How dare they allow this to happen and whatnot?
Field in Elkton, Nebraska, where the family lives. So his mommy needed to say, "Happy birthday, Laney. You're in our hearts today and every second of every other day."
Again, there's nothing inherently wrong with a mother grieving about the loss of the child. That's fine. That's a normal human reaction. But again, you're just using this as a way to make them look bad. When I say them, I mean the people who work at Disneyland, at least one of the Disneyland's theme parks anyway, but okay.
The birthday celebration marks the first time the Graves have spoken publicly since their son's death. The 2-year-old boy was making sand castles near the water's edge at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort on June 14th when an alligator bit the boy's head and dragged him into the water, according to a report from the Florida Fish.
Alright, but how do I know that you're not being specific on the details just, again, just to make them look bad? Of course, they shouldn't lose their child. Of course, every parent, at least the good parents anyway, want their child to be around. It just seems that you're just using it as a way, as a publicity stunt against them.
Wildlife Conservation Commission. Matt Graves, Lane's father, also spoke at the birthday celebration, thanking everyone who turned out for their support. Today, Lane would have turned 3 years old, but we celebrate his first birthday in heaven with the community that has surrounded us with love and support, he said. Melissa and
I figures. Of course, you would talk about this family specifically because it has something to do with religion. So if this was a Muslim or an atheist family, you would not even bother mentioning this. So it figures, of course, it would be biased. Of course. So let's just wrap it up, shall we?
often speak of how lucky we were to have spent 2 years, 11 months, and 11 days as a complete family. Attendees were asked to wear blue in Lane's honor, people reported. They gathered in the shape of a heart and released blue balloons into the air. This article posted by Mahida Gajanan.
Here's something a lot of Christians don't want to bring up. Fun fact, blue was actually originally a girl's color, but they just switched it and make the pink be the girl's color. But anyway, like that really matters anyway because it's just something trivial. But a lot of these types of individuals do make this a big thing when it comes to gender reveals, and of course, when attach it to a specific color and whatnot. And apparently, it make you more manly, make you more testosterone or whatever. But okay, that's like a whole other subject matter right there because a lot of these individuals feel like this would like to associate gender with toys, movies, or certain activities that specifically assigned to your gender or what have you, which in itself seems kind of ridiculous. I mean, okay, I'm going off on a tangent here, but point being is that, yes, of course, it's always sad when a child loses their life. The child didn't really live, really, not really. The child was really young. The child, of course, didn't have no choice in the situation. Of course, the child didn't know that this was going to happen. Of course, this is a sad news in the sense that, of course, the parents didn't know. Of course, if they knew, obviously, they would have just changed the outcome, obviously. Point being, what I'm trying to say is that I'm making another video where these individuals never seem to learn. It's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. Yes, it does seem rather patronizing to use kids as a way to gain some sympathy, like, oh, this happened and whatnot. Of course, I don't want this to happen to a kid because that's a kid. The kid didn't even live life at all. Like 2 years and some months. That's pretty short. Anyway, I just want to do this fairly quickly because I just want to discuss this because in a lot of ways it's ridiculous when you think about it. Anyway, of course, weaponized kids. Typical. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, folks. See ya. Oh, yeah, later.